Hello friends, today we discuss about our new chapter number 9, Ray Optics and Optical Instruments. Friends, in this chapter we discuss about light, ray, reflection, refraction, mirror, lens, prism and optical instrument. Friends, you already studied these topics in your standard 10. Now, first of all, we started with our first topic, light. Now, friends, you already know about light. You know that electromagnetic radiation is known as light. You also know that speed of light is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. ઓકે, હવે જ્યારે તમે નાના હતા ત્યારે તમે લેઝરથી જ્યારે સ્વિચ ઓન કરીને એ લેઝર જ્યારે તમારી રૂમની વોલ સાઈડ રાખતા હતા ત્યારે you can see that the light is traveling from one end to another end. Okay, so we can say that light is traveling from one end to another end in a straight line. For example, suppose this is your laser. When we switch on the laser and we place laser towards the wall and switch on the laser, then we can say that the light is traveling towards the wall. So we can say that light is moved from one end to another end in a straight line. So we can say that light is traveling in a straight line from one end to another end. Okay. So we can write that light is traveling in a straight line from one end to another end. Okay. Now, if we take more than one laser like this, and we switch on the laser, then we can see that there is a bundle of light like this. This bundle of light is known as beam. So the question is, what is beam? So we can say that a bundle of light is known as beam. Once again I repeat it. The bundle of light is known as beam. So we can write that a beam is a bundle of light. Okay, so this is the basic of light. Okay, now the question is, what is ray? We can say that the path of the light is known as ray. So we can write that a path of light is known as ray. Okay, so we can also say that ray is traveling in a straight line from one end to another end. So friends, this is the basic of our topic light and ray. You also studied about light and ray in your standard 10. Okay. Now, reflection. Now, what is reflection? We can say that it is the phenomena in which the light incident on a surface and return back from that surface is known as reflection of light. Now there are two types of surface, one which is regular surface and another one which is irregular surface. In this chapter we will deal with only regular surface. So this is our regular surface. Now as per the phenomena, we can already study that the phenomena in which the light incident on a surface. Suppose here there is one source of light and we can switch on the source when we need a light. So when we switch on the source, the ray of light incident on this surface. Okay. Now the ray incident on this surface is known as incident ray. So we can write here, this is incident ray. Okay. Now when the ray is incident on this surface, then this ray is returns back from this surface. So this ray return from this surface. So here this ray is known as reflected ray. Okay, once again I repeat it. The ray which is incident on the surface is known as incident ray, and the ray which returns back is known as reflected ray. Now here suppose I draw one normal to this surface like this. So here the angle between incident ray and normal to the surface, this angle we can write here theta I. Once again I repeat, the angle between incident ray and normal to the surface is known as angle of incidence. Once again I repeat, the angle between incident ray and normal to the surface is known as angle of incidence. Then the angle between reflected ray and the normal to the surface, here we can write theta I. So this angle is known as angle of reflection. Okay, once again I repeat, the angle between reflected ray and the normal to the surface is known as angle of reflection. Now we are discuss the laws of reflection. This topic also you are studied in your standard 10, laws of reflection. You know that the angle of incident and angle of reflection are same. So we can write theta I is equal to theta I. So once again I repeat, the first law of reflection is the angle of incident is always equal to the angle of reflection. So we can write that theta I is always equals to theta R. And the second law is the incident ray, normal and reflected ray are in same plane. You can see in this figure. Once again I repeat, the incident ray, normal and reflected ray are in same plane. You can see that. Okay, so we can write same plane. I repeat, incident ray, normal and reflected ray are in same plane. Okay. Now our next topic is mirror. So there are two types of mirror, one plane mirror and second spherical mirror. You already studied about plane mirror in your standard 10. Now we discuss about only spherical mirror. So in spherical mirror there are two types, one which is concave and other one which is convex. Now question arises in your mind, what is concave mirror and what is convex mirror? So first of all we start with the concave mirror. So what is concave mirror? So we can say that if the internal surface of the spherical mirror is made reflecting, then it is called concave mirror. I repeat it. If internal surface of spherical mirror is made reflecting, then it is called concave mirror. So this is spherical mirror like this, or we can say that spherical shell. Okay. Now in concave mirror we make internal surface reflecting. So here there are two surfaces. This is known as internal and this side external. So here this internal surface I shade like this for internal surface, this. Okay, this internal surface is made reflecting, then this mirror is known as concave mirror. So friends, this is our concave mirror. Okay. Now about convex mirror. Now convex mirror. Now what is convex mirror? So if external surface of spherical mirror is made reflecting, then it is known as convex mirror. I repeat, if external surface of spherical mirror is made reflecting, then this is known as convex mirror. So suppose this is our spherical mirror or our shell. Here we made external surface reflective. So this is our external surface. I shade it. Okay. So this mirror is known as convex mirror. Once again I repeat, mirror, there are two types of mirror, plane mirror and spherical mirror. Plane mirror, you already studied this topic in your standard 10. We studied now spherical mirror. So there are two types of spherical mirror, one which is convex and another one which is concave. Now first concave mirror. So if the internal surface of the spherical mirror is made reflecting, then it is known as concave mirror. And if external surface of spherical mirror is made reflecting, then it is known as convex mirror. Okay. Now we discuss about some definitions. These definitions you already studied in your standard 10, but we repeat it. Now we discuss about various definitions like radius of curvature, center of curvature, pole, principal axis, principal focus, and focal length. These all definitions are already you studied in your standard 10, but we recall it. First of all, what is radius of curvature? So we already know that the radius of spherical shell from which the mirror is made is known as radius of curvature. I repeat it. The radius of this spherical shell from which the mirror is made is known as radius of curvature. Then center of curvature. The center of the spherical shell is known as center of curvature. Once again, the center of the spherical shell is known as the center of curvature. So here, this is our spherical shell. We can see that this is the center of the spherical shell. So this center of spherical shell is known as the center of curvature. So we can denote this point by capital C, which is center of a curvature. So this is the radius of the spherical shell. So this is capital R, which is known as radius of curvature. So from figure we can see that capital C, which is center of the curvature, which is known by the center of spherical shell, and the radius of spherical shell is known as the radius of curvature, capital R. Now our third definition, pole. The pole is the center of the reflecting surface of a mirror. So here for concave mirror, this is our reflecting surface. So here this is the center of the reflecting surface. So this point is known as our pole. So pole, which is the center of the reflecting surface. We can also define this definition for convex mirror. Here this is the center, then here we can denote it by capital C. Okay, here this is the radius, then we can see that capital R. Okay, this is the pole, center of our reflecting surface. Okay, now principal axis. Now what is principal axis? The imaginary line passing through the pole P and center of the curvature is known as principal axis. I repeat, the imaginary line passing through the pole capital P and center of curvature is known as principal axis. So the line, this line passing through C, center of curvature, and the pole, so this is known as our principal axis. Once again I repeat the definition. The imaginary line passing through pole P and the center of curvature capital C is known as principal axis. Now principal focus. What is principal focus? The point where the rays parallel to the principal axis meet after the reflection is known as principal focus. So here these are the rays which are parallel to the principal axis. Okay, now these rays are reflecting from the reflected surface and meet at some point. This point known as principal focus capital F. Okay, so once again I repeat, principal focus is the point where the rays parallel to the principal axis meet after the reflection is known as principal focus. So this definition is for concave, and for convex we can say that appear to meet after reflection, because here for convex lens this is our principal axis, these are the parallel ray. When these rays are incident on a reflected surface, these are reflected like this. Okay, now we define this ray are like this. So here they appear to meet for convex mirror. So we can define here the point principal focus F. So we can say that meet after reflecting for concave and appear to meet for convex. So we can also write the definition like this. Principal focus is the point where the rays parallel to the principal axis meet for concave mirror and appear to meet for convex mirror after the reflection is known as principal focus. Okay, now our last definition, focal length. What is focal length? The distance between the pole P and principal focus capital F is known as focal length. So here this is the pole P, this point principal focus. So this distance between pole and the principal focus is known as focal length, small f. Okay friends, now we discuss about our main three definitions: aperture, focal plane and paraxial rays. Now the question arises in your mind, what is aperture? The diameter of the reflecting surface is called aperture. I repeat it, the diameter of the reflecting surface is known as aperture. So here you saw that this is our spherical shell, this is our reflecting surface. So here we denoted one point here, point A, and here point B. So this diameter of the reflecting surface is known as aperture. We also define this definition for convex. Here we denoted point here, some point C dash, and here C double dash. So here this is also the diameter of reflecting surface. So we can say that the diameter of the reflecting surface is known as aperture. Now what is focal plane? The focal plane is the plane passing through principal focus and normal to the principal axis is known as focal plane. I repeat it, focal plane is the plane which is passing through the principal focus and normal to the principal axis. Here so the figure, here this is our principal focus and this is our principal axis. So focal plane is a plane which is passing through principal focus. So here we draw one plane which is passing through principal focus and normal to the principal axis. So we can draw like this. So this is our focal plane which is passing through principal focus and normal to the principal axis. Now our last definition, paraxial rays. The rays close to the principal axis are known as paraxial rays. I repeat, the rays close to the principal axis are known as paraxial rays. Okay. Now, in tomorrow's session, we will discuss about the relation between radius of curvature and the focal length, which is r is equals to